Hey everyone, wanted to talk about my story and why I do the work that I do in this office. Because I think it's a very important thing because it's what drives me every single day. Is my story is where it all begins, but to see all of these kids and to see all of these families just flourish and thrive just drives me more. So let's talk about my story. So, what got me into chiropractic, but what got me into pediatric and family wellness and neurologically based chiropractic care? And that's my story. And that's my past. That's me growing up. So, a little background when I was a kid, I was a challenge. I really tested my parents. Had behavior issues, um, just a lot of aggression growing up that I really just reflecting back, knowing what I know now, like I didn't have control. I didn't have that ability to regulate and understand what was going on. Why did I have this aggression? And it was, for me, it was aggression towards, it could be anybody, but particularly my family. And then it was just, other than the behavior aggression, a lot of social anxiety. Uh, it, I mean, there, I feel like I had some very tight relationships with friends, but it was a very small handful of kids that I was friends with. And even when, we were in groups, I was very quiet. I didn't speak out. I just kind of went with the crowd. And I think that really kind of like inhibited and prevented me from really building more social connection with just other kids my age. And that really impacted me, especially as I got older and older and trying to build new relationships, especially after I got out of high school. Um, it was just something that when I got to college, I didn't really connect with a lot of people because of that social anxiety. And I had sleep issues. It's just, other than the social anxiety, I had regular anxiety. I was diagnosed with ADHD, so I was a very hyper, a very focused issue, like just troubles concentrating. Like I would easily get distracted all the time, no matter what. I would have to be repeated. People would have to repeat things to me multiple times. And it just, at that time, for my family and for me, I felt like that was like what I was dealt. Like that's how life was going to be. I did medication for my ADHD, and that helped with the focus, but I felt like I was not myself when I was on it. And that was me. That was my experience with it. Everybody has different experiences, but I felt like there was more negative to the medication than benefit, which is why I ended up just taking myself off of it, because I didn't feel like myself. And it wasn't until I got about 2, 3 years into college that I really discovered chiropractic. And it's funny because when I discovered chiropractic, it wasn't for what I do. It was because I was training for a marathon, um, and I had some back pain, and I went in. And that was kind of my start to chiropractic. I knew I wanted to be in the healthcare field, in some realm, and just my experience, just dipping into the tip of what chiropractic was really pushed me forward to chiropractic. But it was because of the improvement, interaction that I had with the chiropractor that I went to go see. But then when I started to learn more about what chiropractic was, is when things just started connecting for me. I started to see somebody that was more neurologically based instead of musculoskeletal based chiropractor. And what I started to notice with myself was that my anxiety was going down. I didn't have as much aggression, or it took a whole lot more to get me to that level. So that was huge for me, because that was such a huge part of my life for such a long period, and to see that improve changed my world, and just changed my relationships with people. And then I felt more, I didn't feel like my anxiety in social connections and social interactions was as much. So it was easier for me to start conversations with people. And honestly, this opened a whole new world for me. And I felt like I just had an endless possibility in my life, that I wasn't destined for this aggressive, inability to focus, just troubled life that I was on, that I had a new path. There was the ability for me to just have a better quality life, to be able to live my best life possible, that I kind of always hoped, I guess it was there. Wasn't sure if it was truly there. But when I started to get things just more connected and allow my body to communicate and function the way that it was designed to, that's when my life changed. And that is what drives me every single day that I come into this office and I get to just help these kids and these families along their journey, to help live their best life possible, and to see these families flourish after, maybe they've struggled. Maybe it was sleeping issues, maybe it was reflux or constipation, or just some type of gut issue, or maybe it was more things that I was dealing with, behavior issues, socialization challenges, learning challenges, these things that can really create a lot of stress in families. So to see these things change in these families on a regular basis is amazing. To see these kids and these families' bodies just, start healing, start doing what they were meant to do. Because when our bodies can function the way that they were designed to, miracles happen. Because the body is amazing, it has this amazing ability to heal, and endless possibilities for these kids. And I love to hear these stories along this journey for every single one of them. So, I hope you enjoyed this story, and I hope it connects with some of you. Because we're all in different places, but we all have this ability to live our best life. And that's what we're here for, to help you and your family live your best life possible. Have a great day.